Second quarter about to begin at Romney Stadium, Utah State with the 7-0 lead over Wyoming. Your first quarter stats, and neither club has done much of anything running the football. The one turnover, that the interception by Smith that led directly to the Garrettson to Houston touchdown pass. And off DiMartino, breaking it open into Wyoming territory and finally brought down near the 45-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 47. DeAndre Jones with the tackle, a gain of 23 yards by Joey DiMartino, the senior out of San Diego.
You see the blitz come, but it came in the wrong gap. Somebody wasn't in their proper gap responsibility.
DiMartino again with flags coming in. Number 45, Lucas Waka making the tackle. Junior.
Personal foul, chop block, number 22, offense. 15-yard penalty, first down.
That's the starting tight end, Keegan Anderson, penalized for the chop block. Last tackle by Lucas Waka, redshirt freshman out of Texarkana, Texas. Look at Joey DiMartino getting a breather on that Aggie sideline. DiMartino on the ground in this game. 4 carries, 27 yards. Hoping to head over 1,000 today. First down and 25, and Garrettson sacked. Getting in, number 96, Justin Bernthaler. 6'2", 260-pound senior now with 4.5 sacks on the season.
I tell you, he's done a really nice job, but you see just explosive, and you see the terrible attempt at a cut block by Marcosian on the other side. He tries to go down and cut him, doesn't run through the thigh. And that's just leaving your quarterback out to dry right there.
7-yard loss, 2nd and 32. Screen play, ball dropped by Natson. 3rd down and about 1.5 miles to go for Utah State.
Well, if you're the Aggies, you've got to be careful here. You're allowing a team that's struggling offensively that can make plays to just kind of hang around and hang around. They've got to find ways to make plays, continue drives, and put points on the board. Do not let this team catch fire. And I'm speaking of the Wyoming Cowboys.
Garrettson. Well, that's a great point you just made, because he may have tried to bite off a little more than he could chew. That was a dangerous pass. Intended receiver Keegan Anderson, and Bentrude will come on for the punt. Look what Bentrude did last week against Colorado State. This is a big reason why they pitched that shutout. Said, first one in 10 years, 8 punts down inside the 20, and he's 3 for 3 inside the 20 here this afternoon.
Well, if he gets this one, I'll be surprised.
He will not get inside the 20, but a 4th straight fair catch taken by Jalen Claiborne. Utah State up 7-0 early in the second quarter.
Welcome back to beautiful Logan, Utah, Romney Stadium. Right now, Utah State leading Wyoming 7-0 early here in the second quarter. And today's Coors Light Cold Hard Fact brought to you by Coors Light. We are at Romney Stadium, but it is now named Merlin Olsen Field. Back in 2009, they made the change to honor Merlin Olsen, one of the great Utah State graduates. Merlin Olsen graduated in 1962, played in the NFL for 15 years, went to 14 Pro Bowls, started in all of them, which is an NFL record, was a member of the fearsome foursome of the Los Angeles Rams. Pretty impressive, and all accounts, he is one of the great men, maybe even a greater man than a football player, and plus, Thomas said he was pretty good on Little House on the Prairie.
Tori, thanks so much. You're at Merlin Olsen Field, Romney Stadium. 2nd down and 8 coming up for Brett Smith and the Cowboys. Best field position to start a drive that they've had today at the 27 after that 44-yard punt. Smith keeping the play alive as Huron. And Robert out near the 33-yard line, brought down by Jake Dowdy. And Huron shaken up.
And this is what and I don't want to blame the targeting rule, but this is what happens when this kind of thing gets in. You see players going down, you see him buying time in the pocket, finds his man, but the low hit there by Tate Glover Wright.
Gain on that play of 4 yards, but it may be a costly 4 yards for the Cowboys. Good look at number 6, Robert Huron. 3 receivers to the left for Smith. On 3rd down and 4. Incomplete pass. 4th down coming up. Claiborne, the intended receiver. Coverage by Glover Wright.
Yeah. Jalen's really got to push this route for depth before he breaks. That's a long throw, and if you break a little bit early, your quarterback's in the shotgun already, that pass is going to be late, which it was, still short of the 1st down. You got to run your route to depth to make sure you can move the sticks.
Nathan Wood, 3 punts. He's averaged 40 per boot. That is a really low end over. And Natson with an opportunity for some return yardage. JoJo Natson with a blocker. Natson still on his feet. Heading the opposite direction. He got down to the 30, brought it back to the 35, but a terrific return overall for JoJo Natson. An outstanding field position coming up for the Aggies. No flags on the play.
Those kicks have gotten lower and lower, and here's the problem. If you get it end over end, it bounces right to the guy. JoJo does the rest. You see him turn on the speed right here. You'd like to see him just continue up around the base. Cameron Sanders leading for him. Just continue to the sideline. That thing might go to the house. You let the kicker stop him and turn him back the other way.
34-yard return, as long as this season, 65 for a touchdown. And it was Garrett's a nice ball fake to the running back that time, Robert Marshall. And 1st down, a yardage on the nice carry that time by Garrettson.
You know, he's got 52 yards on the season, and you know, some of his yards are taken away as he fools Ali Api on the edge. Siasi playing him, got fooled with the ball fake.
13-yard pickup. Fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 at the 23. DiMartino down near the 20. Marqueston Huff in on the stop for Wyoming. Look at Marqueston, 6-foot senior out of Texarkana, Texas. 2nd in tackles on the team, and 107 coming in. Team leader in interceptions with two fumble recoveries, a block kick. Very versatile and key defensive player for the Cowboys. Natson nowhere to go. Well, that defense was ready that time, and it's Huff again.
And Huff doing a good job of reading the run, filling it. And this is a guy started his season out with not 10, 11, 12, but 18 tackles at Lincoln, Nebraska in the opener. You see him play off the block, force Natson back inside. Really disruptive on that play.
Waka Stanton also in on the play. Aggies 1 of 5 on 3rd down conversions. They have a 3rd and 1. From the 25-yard line, need to pick up 12 yards. A lot of time in the pocket for Garrettson. Has his man intercepted by Stanton. Off the deflection, Jordan Stanton. Big play for that Wyoming defense. 2nd interception this season for the junior out of Palmdale, California, but it was a big hit that jarred that ball loose.
And this, you know, you can't put this on the freshman. The only thing I would say is maybe get the ball out a little quicker. On the beginning of this end cut, you're going to see the end cut coming from this side. But watch how long Quest has a chance to stare it down, and he comes up and dislodges the ball.
It's a flag on the field.
Go 1st and 10, Wyoming.
Chop block.
Possession will remain. Post-possession foul against the Cowboys. But huge to come up with Utah State threatening deep in Wyoming territory. Jordan Stanton with the pick.
Get your hands on that football. You've got to make that catch in that situation down in the red zone. You see the team is gaining a little momentum, but that's a well-thrown ball. As soon as it touches those hands, you're responsible. Ronald Butler's got to make that play, but Stanton comes up with a big-time interception. It's his second on the season.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line. Hand off to Wick and nowhere to go. Utah State defense right there, led by Dowdy. Good look at Jake. A lot of seniors in this starting group. 7, in fact. What a terrific first season it's been in the Mountain West Conference for Utah State.
And to step up in the competition,
yeah.
I mean, it's just been an outstanding job. And I mean, basically, you got to give Coach Orlando, Coach Wells, a lot of credit for getting these guys ready to play.
Delay a game.
Delay. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
And expect that very often out of an experienced junior quarterback in Brett Smith. So they're back to the 6-yard line. Second down and 16.
Second down and 16 yards to go.
Well, they're located in both corners of the end zone. And I could see if he was going the other way because the sun's kind of hitting it. You really can't see it. But going the direction they're going, the south direction, I believe, that end zone is clear as day. You can see the clock, and he's already down to 7 seconds now.
And off to Wick. Good carry for Sean Wick. 5'10", 204-pound sophomore out of Oxnard, California. Against Hawaii last week, rushed for 89 yards. Also had 3 catches for 26 yards and a touchdown brought down by Zach Vigil.
He's a kid that's transformed his body to become the player he's become. Nearly a 1,000-yard rusher for the Wyoming Cowboys.
Third down and 9. 1 for 5 on third down conversions are the Cowboys. And Smith brought down their 1 for 6. Dowdy got him by the ankles.
Just a little too much indecision there for Brett Smith. You know, with his athleticism, when you want to run and you want to take off and run. You see there's nobody open on the edge. Nobody's winning.
1 versus 1. That was Claiborne. Guarded well by Nevin Lawson, yeah.
You got to go and get it.
Wood with the punt. Matson chasing it down. The 34-yard return the last time and finds a seam. JoJo Natson, 1 man to beat. He'll beat him. Natson to the house. Touchdown, Utah State.
Wow. Wow.
Special. 73 yards on the return for JoJo Natson, his second punt return for a touchdown this season. Check it, they're now calling it 64 yards on that punt return.
And a huge boost for the offense, but he is gassed. But watch this first move right here. Straight up field. You see all the Cowboys around him? He shoots the gap and makes it. And at that point, you've got a big offensive lineman back there trying to bring him down or make a tackle in the open field. And Connor Raines had no chance to make that play in the open field.
How about that?
He's just tired, man.
Shaking up a little bit, maybe? Just out of gas?
He's out of gas. I mean, that's the second one.
65 yards punt return for a touchdown earlier this season, and you just saw him with 64 dynamic yards to get to the end zone. He's feeling something that's not real good right now.
It was that first few yards, the first move he makes was just outstanding. I mean, he first of all, he fields the ball because that was going to roll inside the 10-yard line. So you got to give him credit for that. But the move he makes on the 5 Wyoming defenders is what sets it up.
The first punt return for 6 coming against New Mexico. He looks like we did just coming up to the stairs in the press box.
Absolutely.
Today.
It was a big-time workout.
Diaz for the extra point once again. I'm not sure what's going on that line for Wyoming on the extra points. Third time that they've been hit with a penalty.
Marquestin Huff is down there saying the center is re-gripping, but you can place your hands. You can't move the ball, but you can place your hands and re-grip it. Can't move the ball, though.
False start. Offense, number 62. 5-yard penalty, try for point.
All right. So Marquestin was correct. Bryce Walker, number 62, with the infraction. Instead of an extra point from 20, Diaz will try from 25. 44 of 45 this season on the extra points. And good again. Utah State with a dynamic play from JoJo Natson extends the lead to 14-0. Well said, as advertised, the Aggies defense, Wyoming with 23 plays, a total of 57 yards.
Forcing Brett Smith to hold the ball and to be indecisive. This defense is long. They take away a lot of lanes that are normally there. A lot of lanes he saw last week are closed up this week. They're making it very tough.
Not to mention that interception by Jake Dowdy, which led to the first touchdown. Again, if this goes against Wyoming, they're going to move back even more, and they have not had good field position at all today. I think their best position to start a drive from was the 27-yard line.
I think it might be on the Hemi Kankagalongo for the block in the back.
Illegal block in the back during the return, number 28. Half the distance to the goal, 1st and 10.
Don't miss Wyoming basketball coming up on Root Sports next week. Tune in Monday at 7 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Pacific as Wyoming hosts Black Hills State. Catch Mountain West basketball all season long on Root Sports. 7:24 left in the first half here at Romney Stadium. A 14-0 Utah State lead and 95 yards to go for a touchdown for Wyoming. Wick with the ball. Nice pickup on first down. Gain of about 6. Sean Wick, a dual threat back, does a nice job out of the backfield. He's caught a couple of touchdown passes this season, 9 TDs on the ground, 939 yards coming into the game, but just 16 yards on 5 carries so far this afternoon. There's Wick again, trying to break through, gets the first down. Mission accomplished. That would certainly help Brett Smith's cause, Seth, if they get something consistently going on the ground.
He needs to get settled. He doesn't look like he's in rhythm at all throughout the passing game. And right there, a nice surge off the left side of the offensive line. Did feel like Sean Wick missed the cutback lane. Anytime you're running that zone, you want to try and keep your shoulders square to the line so you could visually get to those cutback lanes if they're there.
This team averages 205 yards on the ground per game. That's 3rd best in the conference. But they haven't played a defense like they're facing today. Petter Easton, number 22 with a carry, his first today. Petter 5'11", 240 senior out of Columbia, Missouri. Averages a team-high 7.2 carries. Yards per carry this season, 5 touchdowns on the ground. So it's a quality backup.
He is. Maurice Alexander gave him an ugly welcome to the game there. Meeting them in the hole, getting them down quick.
No gain on that carry. Smith in some trouble. Buying some time. He's going to head to the sideline and try to figure it out on 3rd down. Dowdy forcing him out.
And there's no one working to try to get open to try and run. And B.J. Larson providing some pressure, forcing him to run out of bounds. But nobody down the field was working to get open, to run away. They're all kind of standing around in the area and posted up. This is football. You got to get in area and space to receive that ball from your quarterback.
Wyoming 1 of 6 on third down conversion tries today. Both teams struggling on third down. Utah State 0 for 5. 3rd and 10. Easton. That's not going to get it done. Gain of a couple of yards. Punt team will be coming on for the Cowboys. Another outstanding defensive sequence for the Aggies. Paul Pacala. Pacala, 6'5" senior. He was honored along with 21 other seniors pregame on this final home game for Utah State. Travis Van Leeuwen back to receive the punt. Standing at his own 45-yard line. Big bounce, he'll just let it go and look at it roll, and that is costing Utah State about 20 yards of field position. 14-0 Aggies. They lead the Cowboys here in Logan.
Utah State up 14-0 on Wyoming. We're counting you down to halftime. I'm Jenny Kavner here in the Root Sports studio. Coming up at the half, Jeb Putzier's going to join me. We'll tell you what's working for Utah State's offense and why defense may play a part in the outcome of this one. For now, let's get it back out to Logan, Utah with Tom and Seth.
Jenny, thanks so much. Ethan Wood, his longest punt of the season, 63 yards. And Utah State starting at its own 18-yard line. Garrettson, no place to go. And it was Sonny Pulatasi with the stop, a junior out of Lawton, Oklahoma. And late flag being thrown. Not sure what quite happened there. We'll get the word.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 2 on the defense. It'll be a 15-yard penalty. First down.
That goes against Marquestin Huff. So you make a very nice play on first down, and then you just give it away with a penalty you just don't really need to have.
By tomfoolery is the best word I could use for it. I mean, that's shenanigans. You can't have them in that situation. You get them in a second and long situation. The freshman quarterback hasn't done anything to beat you yet. You're still in this game. You've got to make plays and not give them easy ones.
Travis Van Leeuwen.
Van Leeuwen out to the 40-yard line with that catch. Blair Burns with the coverage and the tackle for Wyoming.
It's a nice job and a good job of getting in some confidence throwers. Not any crossing routes, not anything like that, but hitches, get the ball out of his hands, allow him to get some rhythm and confidence in what he's doing.
2nd down and 4. 3 receivers to the right for Garrettson. Bubble screen. First down and more. Brandon Swindle threatened to go a long way on that one. Brandon, a sophomore out of Oklahoma City. That's his 23rd catch this season.
You see the quick hesitation, watch the flash fake, and a good throw, but he hesitates right there. If he takes off, I mean, that's a great job by Van Leeuwen out in front with the cut block, and then he picks up another chip to block another player.
31-yard gain before Huff knocked him out of bounds. Send it down to Torrey Holt. He's got an update for us on JoJo Natson. Torrey?
Yeah, you saw Travis Van Leeuwen come in and field that last punt. JoJo went back to the locker room with the trainers. He's going to return to the game. He's just dehydrated, needed to get some fluids back in him after that long touchdown return. That's
long touchdown return for the score. 64 yards.
He's just tired. When you need fluids, you're just tired.
2nd down and 6. Garrettson slipping down is Sean Johnson. And Sean will be a yard short of the first down. Junior out of Cerritos, California. His 7th catch this season, has 1 touchdown. That came against UNLV. Of course, Travis Reynolds, who missed us earlier. Leading receiver on this Utah State team. 51 catches, 832 yards last week with an ACL injury. And for the senior, his season and career is over. Garrettson for the first down has it. It's Anderson, the tight end, inside the 5-yard line. Keegan Anderson, a well-executed catch and run.
And you're going to watch the young quarterback in stride. Garrettson, after he makes the throw, it's so wide open, he doesn't expect Keegan Anderson to get caught, but he does.
Quickly back to the line, DiMartino, nowhere to go. after the 21-yard pass play to Anderson.
That's a great tackle in space by Malcolm Muhammad.
Number 9, sophomore out of St. Joseph, Missouri. DiMartino today, 7 carries for 32 yards. Now with 944 on the season. 2nd down and goal. Matson back on the field. Up the middle, just short of the goal line is DiMartino, looking for his team-high 12th rushing touchdown.
Once again, you see Natson at quarterback in the Wildcat. A good job of fighting off of the block up front by Devin Harris to save that tackle. A little bit of assist from Marqueston Huff.
3rd and goal from the 1. DiMartino, touchdown, Utah State.
That's just too easy.
Touchdown number 12 for DiMartino.
You overload the left side, you bring a bunch of big nasties to that side, and Blair Burns can't get inside tight enough, but whoever the edge player was there for Wyoming went too wide, forced too big of a gap. And that was way too easy for DiMartino.
Diaz on for the extra point. 21-0 Aggies over the Cowboys. Utah State making it very loud and very clear. They plan on wrapping up the Mountain Division today, but Cowboys have some time to get back in it. Take a look at our GMC scoring drive. 9 plays, 82 yards, 3 minutes, 39 seconds. Very impressive drive led by the freshman at quarterback, Darryl Garrettson.
And it started with some quick plays. They didn't come out early and try to go down the field with it or make him hold the ball. He's able to hit his back foot on the ground and get the ball in his hands, and he's been much more effective when doing that. Ran a couple naked bootlegs where he's able to get the ball out to Keegan Anderson for the big play.
Drive helped early by that penalty too on Huff, 15 yards. It got him out of some pretty lousy field position.
Kicking off for the Aggies, Jake Thompson.
Thompson, big kickoff. Claiborne deep. And Jalen Claiborne will take a knee. 53 seconds remaining in the first half. The ball coming out to the 25-yard line, and see if they want to get aggressive here offensively. It's time now for the Century Link to what's next. Today at 4 o'clock, it's college hoops as New Mexico State travels to Colorado State to take on the Rams. Then at 6 p.m., it's the Colorado State High School Football 4A Championship game, followed at 8:30 by the 5A Championship, all right here on Root Sports. Wick with some room right up the gut. Gain of about 13 yards for Wick before Glover Wright brought him down. This run of the day for Sean Wick, 7 carries now, 35 yards.
They catch Utah State in a prevent-type defense, trying to not give up a score.
Smith scrambles. Wyoming has all 3 of its timeouts. They'll use one right here. 28 seconds remaining in the half. Dave Christensen would like to at least get an opportunity to put 3 points on the scoreboard. Maurice Alexander with the tackle on Smith. Well, as advertised, said this Utah State defense really doing an outstanding job. They're 28 seconds away from 6 consecutive quarters of shutout football. Bowl eligibility in the Mountain West Conference. Wyoming's going to need a big-time comeback to get to that 6th win and become eligible. Fresno State, Utah State, Boise State, San Diego State, UNLV, San Jose State with the upset of Fresno yesterday in that wild game in California. And on the bubble, Colorado State and Wyoming.
I tell you, when I look at these teams, there's some great football players and great teams. San Jose State was crushed with injuries this year, and for them to come out and play the way they did this yesterday, hats off to Coach Carriger and his guys.
Smith had an open receiver, and Huron did not make the connection, though, but had he, they would have had field goal position, if not more.
Possibly a touchdown with that speed, but you see, I mean, just missing. That was caused by the pressure up front. When you can't stand in there and hold it till you want, or you have to throw it a little bit early, it tends to be off the mark a little bit.
They're down in 3. 4th down coming up. Take Glover right, getting into that Wyoming backfield.
And since Coach Orlando has moved him inside to that starting nickel spot, they're able to use him in those situations to come and bring pressure. And here he comes, bringing pressure off the edge, beats the block of Teddy Easton, and makes a big-time play in the backfield.
Where for Sean Wick to go. Timeout taken by Utah State. Both clubs with 2 timeouts remaining. So Matt Wells either wants the opportunity to get the block, or maybe a JoJo Natson punt return for 6 more points.
If they kick it to him again, they're out of their
You kick it out of bounds.
Why not just throw up a punt or throw up an interception ball, let him go up and catch it and make the tackle backed up? But you can't kick the ball. I don't care if you're rugby styling or what.
Well, they're going to punt. Natson's back. We'll see if Wood even flirts with anything near the middle of the field. Rugby style kicker, end over end. And it'll go out of bounds.
Ball goes out of bounds.
9 seconds remaining here in the first half.
It's a great directional punt there.
Very good job by Ethan Wood. It's his 7th punt here in the first half, so he has been much busier than Dave Christensen had hoped he would be.
I just feel like they haven't found that rhythm. They haven't been able to get the running game going. And we talked about the length of this defense and the lanes that they're able to close up. I mean, it's incredible with the short passing game. They're able to cover a lot of ground with their length.
Garrettson will simply take a knee, and that'll do it here in Logan, Utah. Impressive first half for Utah State. 21-0 lead. Things going offensively thanks to an interception by Dowdy. That led the touchdown pass from Garrettson to Wyatt Houston. Natson with a 64-yard punt return for the touchdown, and then Joey DiMartino with that 1-yard touchdown run, counting for the 21 points for Utah State, and the defense has just been outstanding. Let's send it down to Torrey Holt. He is with head coach Matt Wells of the Aggies.
Yes, indeed I am, and they have a 21-0 lead. Your defense has been stout all year long, and your goal coming in was to shut down Brett Smith. What went into that preparation? What's been effective today?
Nothing normal. I mean, everything normal, nothing different. We just do what we do, and we are who we are, and our guys are playing hard right now.
Daryl Garrettson's been so good for you since coming over, since the Chucky Keaton injury. Talk about his development over the last few weeks.
He's just been consistent. He doesn't have to win the game by himself. He just got to play within the system and stay efficient.
Coach, appreciate your time.
Thanks a lot.
All right, that's Matt Wells. Guys.
Torrey, thanks so much. Garrettson, 13 of 17. 1 interception, 1 touchdown in the first half. Stick around after the break. We'll get it to Jenny and Jeb in the Roots Sports Studio. Aggies up 21 at the break.